Todd and Julie Chrisley have surrendered themselves over to the U.S. Marshals after warrants were issued for their arrest. They are dealing with the authorities and the courts in Atlanta to handle the new criminal case accusing the stars of financial crimes. The stars were indicted for 11 counts related to bank fraud and tax evasion and are facing up to 30 years in prison. Officials say that millions of dollars were deposited into the Chrisley's production company's account over the years, but the reality stars didn't file tax returns in time for 2014, 2015, or 2016. When the taxes were eventually paid, officials claimed the numbers were falsified to mask how much money was actually owed. Todd and Julie are actually getting support from one of their famous friends during this crisis. Real Housewives of Orange County star Tamra has got the couple's back. She shared a message saying, quote, "I absolutely love my friends and stand behind them. Don't believe everything you read." Judge and Chrisley have been friends for years, and she even dedicated a sweet post to their friendship back in 2017. She wrote, "I love this guy. When we met, I knew instantly we would be friends for life. His good looks, perfect smile, charm, sarcastic mouth, love for God, and his family shines bright. What I didn't know was how his heart and advice would lift me up when I wanted to fall down. Thank you, Todd. You truly know what's best." Todd has denied all allegations of wrongdoing and included allegations of theft from a former employee in a long statement he shared on Instagram. He included a photo of his family with the long statement that read, "I've never talked about this publicly before, but there's been a cloud hanging over Julie and me and our entire family for the past 7 years. It all started back in 2012, when we discovered that a trusted employee of ours had been stealing from us big time. I won't go into details, but it involved all kinds of really bad stuff, like creating phony documents, forging our signatures, and threatening other employees with violence if they said anything. We even discovered that he illegally bugged our home. Needless to say, we fired the guy and took him to court, and that's when the real trouble started. To get revenge, he took a bunch of his phony documents to the U.S. Attorney's Office and told them that we had committed all kinds of financial crimes like tax evasion and bank fraud. That got their attention all right. But once we had a chance to explain who he was and what he'd done, they realized it was all a bunch of nonsense and they sent him on his way. So far so good, except that our former employee didn't give up. Somehow, he persuaded a different set of investigators at the U.S. Attorney's Office not only to reopen the case, but also to grant him immunity from prosecution for his own crimes and bring charges against us. As a result, it looks like later this week, Julie and I are going to be named in a federal indictment, charging us with tax evasion and probably a bunch of other financial crimes as well. I'm telling you all this now because we have nothing to hide, and we've done nothing to be ashamed of. Not only do we know we've done nothing wrong, but we've got a ton of hard evidence and a bunch of corroborating witnesses that proves it. Anyway, when all is said and done, we trust in God, and God says to us in Jeremiah 51:36, "I will defend you, I will be your lawyer, I will plead your case." We know that if and when this goes to court, the truth will prevail, and the charges against us will be exposed for the outrageous lies they are. As it says in Proverbs, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight." We want to express our gratitude to everyone who helped place us where we are today in our lives. We thank you for your support, and we will continue to work every day to earn your respect, loyalty, and admiration. We covet your prayers.